This is Andi Purewal for Boxing News. I'm joined by former world champion Johnny Nelson here in Saudi Arabia. Johnny, it's a cold one tonight. You're feeling it a little bit, aren't you?
You know, I'm not built for this, man. Every time I come here, I think, the desert's going to be hot, but I'm wrapped up warm, so you ain't catching me tonight.
I can imagine you have packed swimming shorts and everything for this trip.
Swimming shorts, flip-flops, Hawaiian shirt that works.
I reckon fight night you just wear it for the sake of it, Johnny. But here we are, a massive card. Let's just start off with the rematch at the top of the bill. Beterbiev, Bivol. How different of a fight could we expect on Saturday night, or do you expect it to be similar to the first time around?
I expect it to be very much the same. I think the pace is going to be the key, that's all. The styles will stay very much the same. I think Bivol, he was very humble in saying, you know what did I learn about the fight? I learned a lot about myself, what I should have done, what I let slip, opportunities I let go. He gave maximum credit to Beterbiev, but he believed he had something more to give. And sometimes it's like, you know, when you're in a fight and you think you've got nothing left to give, that's when you kind of give up. But that was far from it. You know, Bivol has come in more determined. You're talking repeat or revenge. I think it'd be more revenge than repeat, but it'd be a great fight.
If it is going to be revenge, what more does Dimitri Bivol have to deliver come Saturday night? Pace
and making sure when he keeps that pace, be consistent with it. I think Beterbiev, what he did was, Beterbiev stayed consistent with his pace and kept a certain tempo from round 1 all the way through to round 12, exactly the same. Whereas Bivol, his mistake was he started low, stepped up high, dropped down because he was a little tired towards the end. But he said he had more, he didn't leave it all in the ring, and that's why he's frustrated with himself. So believe me when I say, I think this fight with these two, I think it'll be. I agreed with the result of the last fight, no matter what. But I do believe that Bivol should get revenge.
I'm just going to stick with a light heavyweight division, Johnny, but move away from this card. A fight which happened on the first card, but has just had its rematch announced. Ben Whittaker-Cameron. Ben's gone straight back in there, like I said he would. He's going to this rematch. The right move, in your opinion?
Yeah, for him, that was for him to settle his demons. I don't think it's a fight he had to take. I think it's just, it's an ego fight to say, you know what, let me just fix this because I know I'm better than that. I think Ben came out here wanting to steal the show because last time that happened on the undercard of the light heavyweight fight before. So this number 1 of this fight. So now this time he's thinking, you know what, I'm going to make sure I go in with the right attitude. And you've got to learn as a professional sportsman. You make mistakes going along, and hopefully you don't lose when you make those mistakes. Fortunately, the fight turned out the way it did. So now he's got a chance to right that wrong as far as he's concerned.
A lot of rumours he's teamed up with Andy Lee, who's obviously here with Dubois-Parker. What would you make of that move, and what do you expect to see when their rematch swings around in April?
Well, the rumours, there's the rumours because I'm hearing it's Andy Lee. I'm hearing it's David Hayes, Adam Booth. I'm hearing it's many people. So if you're going to team up with someone, you should be working with them now. You know, you don't just all of a sudden start working with them 6 weeks in because it takes a bit of time to be able to translate what the language your trainer uses. So we'll see.
Daniel Dubois, Dubois-Parker, Johnny. What happens in that heavyweight slugfest? How do you expect it to play out?
You know what? On Saturday night, I only expect of the main fights. I only expect 2 of the main fights to actually go the distance. Everyone else, I think they go inside the distance, and that is one of them. I don't expect that fight to go the distance. I think Daniel Dubois, 27 years old, he's a fighter that truly believes in himself. Unbelievably strong. His jab is so underrated. His right hand is underrated. You know, you saw how he kind of physically manhandled Anthony Joshua from round 1. And even when he was hurt, the right hand he threw when he was hurt and staggered, that he's got that much natural strength. It was unprecedented. Dubois-Parker will come in at a career heaviest, and Dubois-Parker is technically the better fighter out of the 2, the better boxer out of the 2. The better fighter is Daniel Dubois. So Dubois-Parker's got to be smart enough, use that extra weight he's put on to try and absorb, hold the wrestle if the wrestle comes on when Daniel comes in and tries to rough him up, and he's got to be able to hold his own. That's why he's put the weight on. Not to say I'm going to fight fire with fire and stand there and have a ding-dong. I don't believe that's going to be the case. I think Andy Lee's too smart for that. I think Dubois-Parker's going to go in there, try and box him smart, step around the ring, use that weight to try and hold his own. And Daniel Dubois will try and walk through him. He's a young man that really and truly believes in himself now. And his last few wins have actually cemented that to say, you know what, I'm not a quitter. you know, I've got a bit more fighting left in me. You know, all these question marks that were put above his head, you know, I was one of them saying, has this guy got quitting him? But he proved it himself, thinking, I can do this, and that's what he's doing.
I just want to ask on that note, Johnny. Obviously, Joseph-Parker's tried to make a theme in the build-up to this that he feels like he can bring out those mental demons in Daniel Dubois and make him. You don't think that's possible?
No, you can't. If you're a fighter that's always been tarred with a certain brush, what happens is it's either going to make you or break you. Daniel Dubois has had all those brushes tarred on him, so now he's like, it's not going to make a difference. And the only reason why I know that, because I was one of those fighters. People said, Nelson, you can't fight, you're a coward, you can't do any of this stuff. Once you get to the point where you don't believe what you're saying, you think, I don't care what you say, I know what I'm capable of doing.
That's one more, because I know the team's wrapping up there, or they seem to be starting another segment. The Floyd Schofield, Shakur Stevenson saga, what have you made of it all, and what's your opinion on it?
I think Floyd Schofield's dad is living vicariously through his son, shouting as loud as he can from the rooftops, and that's, you know, you'd expect that from the fighter rather than the father. So that fight's off. Josh Padley's now got the opportunity, flying in from Doncaster now, and it just shows young fighters opportunity knocks, and so that's why you got to live in the gym.
The Yorkshireman who's going to pull it off?
Yorkshireman, Dan Boy. Will he pull it off? It's a tall order, but you know, usually when you get someone coming in at short, last minute notice, you never know what shots he can pull off.
Johnny, thank you. Safe journey back home.
Bless, man. No problem.